Horseplay.
Come in and sit down on the couch and tell me your story, your problems.
Have you not worked on that accent since in the last month?
Yeah, did you not notice?
No, it still sounds like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Come in and sit down on the couch. How's that?
Bit better.
Yeah? Come in and sit down on the couch.
For the second one was better.
Come in and sit down on the couch. Anyway, this is Horseplay Therapy. We talk about stories from our past that still kind of niggle at us.
So first of all, I just want to say I got permission from the girl in question.
Oh, right.
Involved in the story.
We would have heard the story a long time ago.
Yeah, well, a while ago. I did keep it secret for a while now, because
okay.
until I kind of got to the stage where, hang on, I've been sitting on the story for a while. This is far too funny now.
Okay.
When you start becoming less embarrassed about things you did in your youth.
Yeah.
I'm still friends with this girl now. Remarkably, she's a lovely girl. Her name is Sarah. I won't give her full name, but her name is Sarah. And I was out with her at the Camp Obscura gig there last week, and I asked her permission, and she was like, "Oh, tell it, it's great."
Yeah.
So anyway, I think I was 16. I was kind of close to 17, but I was 16 anyway, and we were heading out into town for what was called Fireworks Night, which was close to Patrick's Day, and what that entailed was some fireworks got set off in Dublin city centre. It was pretty rubbish, but it was an excuse to go in and, you know, get drunk and just be in town and just buzzing about as teenagers do. So I got a negative vodka, and I think I was locked. I was hammered, and I was there with a few of the lads who I'm still friends with today, and we met up with these girls, and my mate Dan had been going out with one of them, but not anymore, so there was kind of a connection there, and then we started, and I'm still in contact now with all these girls today, but that was my kind of first ever meeting with them, you know, so we're all hanging out in town, and all of us were kind of drunk, and I ended up kind of, I think it was at Connolly Station, I was kind of walking with this girl, Sarah, you know, we kind of away from everyone, and then we sat down, and then we started having a bit of a mooch. Now, like yourself, I was completely inexperienced when it came. That was probably like my third mooch or ever with a girl. Like, I was useless, you know, that just hadn't got a clue, which is, I know, hard to believe now.
Oh, it's so hard to believe. You're such a good kisser now.
I'm a great kisser now, aren't I? Anyway, so we're mooching on Connolly Dart Station, and then the dart pulls up. We get on the dart. Now, it was a fairly full dart. And I want to say, first and all, if anyone is listening, which is highly unlikely, who was on the dart that night, you're kind of going, oh, I remember that. Because it was like, this was like 15 years ago.
Right.
But I'm very, very sorry.
Right.
We got onto the dart, and we sat in the, and I started to basically like maul her like a horny puppy, you know? It's like all over her, right? And she was now mooching back with this. I'm like an old man sitting across from us. Like, and that, I'm not even making that up. Like, there actually was an old man sitting across from us.
Yeah.
So I'm on the dart, and I think, do you know what? Now would be a perfect time on a packed dart with this girl who I've just met. It'd just be the perfect time to finger a girl for the first time ever. I've never even like felt a tits. I'm gonna just go straight in there and finger a girl in the dart. Alright? So I start moving my hand into position and got my fingers, and then it's like, there's an opening. Yeah, okay. We're in, and I'm moving it around, and I'm waiting to feel like some sort of fleshy, hairy type thing, and I can't. And I'm getting kind of confused, and dare I say, a little bit panicked, because what's going on? And then she said the immortal words that I will never forget. That's my purse. I had my fingers in her handbag. I was basically fingering the girl's handbag.
People looking and going, is this guy trying to steal from this poor girl?
So I just went, that happens all the time. I bet. Thankfully, I was drunk. And what's funny is, like, we became, like, really good friends, and still are good friends. I mean, she visited me when I lived in Toronto, and she's a lovely girl. But I never really mentioned, I mean, we'd mentioned that we'd kissed, but I never mentioned the finger handbag thing, and then I kind of said it to her, and she actually doesn't remember, because she was quite drunk as well.
Right. Obviously.
Yeah, Jesus, you'd want to be. Fuck, I was probably dressed like an awful scuzz as well. I'd say so, fuck you. And, so, yeah, I mean, it's still very very embarrassing.
Now, a lot of people are going the logic of how, like, she would have something in her handbag and to be like makeup and a phone, possibly.
Well, drunk, you know, drunk and.
So,
drunk
did you think when you were feeling all this material that was the inside of a handbag, you're actually up a skirt, and maybe the surrounding material
stuff,
is
belt,
like
that kind of thing?
is leggings or
nonsense? Yes, nonsense stuff. Until you
you're just wiggling your fingers around until you've felt something that felt
it's
like
you know,
vagina.
you have to like work at it to get there. That's the way I was thinking. It's like the crystal maze, you know.
But you don't find something else in there and kind of go, what is there a packet of mints?
Girls keep mints in there.
I'm learning a lot. I'm growing up fast tonight.
It's a dark chapter in the romantic life of Emmet Vincent, I tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Well, I mean, you know the girl.
Yeah, so it's not too bad,
maybe
really.
you can finger her for real. Maybe like your friends were, so maybe you can have like a platonic fingering.
I might ask her.
Maybe that's
Bren, my therapist says it's the only way
therapist.
I'm going to move forward.
Yeah.
Is he a licensed? Oh, good God, no.
No. It's a comedy podcast.
Comedy therapist.
Yeah. So yeah. Right. Does Sarah listen to this?
I'm not sure. Actually, listen to this.
She'll listen to this one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Sarah, wait for a phone call. You have very long, slender fingers.
And soft as well.
Very too soft. Too soft.
Yeah,
Gross.
they're kind of they're gross.
Yeah.
But I think this was good therapy.
Yeah, good therapy.
I feel better.
Is this something that when you think of, you kind of go, ugh?
A little bit, but you know, more so I actually kind of fucking laugh, really.
Yeah.
I think maybe back then there was a stage when I did think of it and go, ooh. I think the fact that I know her helps a lot.
Right.
Not being embarrassed, and she's really cool, so you can she has a great sense of humor, so you can just have a laugh at her about it. But if I didn't know her, or she was the kind of person you might be a bit awkward around, then it would probably be more embarrassing.
Yeah.
But because she's very lighthearted about the whole thing, it's easier for me to move on. And become the fingerer I was always born to be.
Oh, you're brilliant at it now.
Brilliant kisser, brilliant fingerer.
Oh yeah. Ha! Wasn't that funny and or interesting? For more Horseplay podcasts, go to horseplaypodcast.com.